Good morning. This military memory will be in English for the benefit of my international audience as well. It happened in 1989 or 90, around there. I was an instructor at the drill sergeant school here in America. It's called Drill Sergeant School there in the South African Air Force. And for a while, I was an instructor. But one part of it, later in the year, I was transferred to the basic training group for females in the Air Force, the basic training class for the females. I was appointed there as the squadron sergeant major. I had two lady instructors under me and about 52 or 55 ladies during basic training. So we continue with basic training, and normally at the end of basic training, the second last day or the third last day before they do their passing out parade, we take them out for some meal, some dinner, and some ice skating and so on, just to have a little party at the end of basic training. So I told them all that. I think there was 52 ladies. I told them your ticket to the bus is a box of washing detergent, soap powder, call it in South Africa. Each one must have one box. That's your ticket to the bus. So that evening, I went over to the ladies' mess where I picked them up with the bus. We load them, and I was watching. Everyone will have a box of soap powder. I said, just put these boxes all the way in the back of the bus on the back seat. We're not going to need it now, but it's your ticket for later. So they all nicely dressed. No one is in uniform, and they all have makeup and perfumes and all that, man. And off we go. When we went to the Spur for dinner, and then in the dinner time, we handed out some certificates and so on. And then after that, we went, that's down there in Pretoria, in Sunnyside. We went to the Spur, and then we went in the same facility. We went down to the ice skating arena. And so I do ice skating, and they were just enjoying themselves. And yeah, by midnight, I told them all, okay, let's go back to the bus. We must go back to the unit. And we all jumped back on the bus, and they're all confused. But Sergeant, we have all the soap powder or the detergent, and it's the end of the night. What's going on? What did we need it for? I said, hold on, we're not done yet. So we drove back to the Air Force Gymnasium from Pretoria City Center. On your way back, you must go by the fountains area. Everyone who knows Pretoria, there's a circle, big traffic circle, and in the center is a big fountain. It's called the Fountain Circle, the road, the area. As we got there, I told him, okay, everyone, take off the top of your box totally. Don't just open the hole. Take off the entire top. If this bus stops, you have 1 minute to be out of the bus, drop your detergent in that fountain and that pond in the fountain, and be back on this bus. All of it. So there's now about 52 kilograms of detergent that's going to go into that fountain. You can think by yourself, there's a big fountain and it's washing soap floating. It's going to make foam. So they're all back on the bus. Now we're circling the fountain circle. And nothing happens, man. And I was doing my second or third lap. I thought, no, we need to get out of here. If someone see this stuff happening in that fountain, and I see a military bus circling, they know it's going to be us. So we go back to the unit. The next morning, I thought, let me go by there and see what if there was actually some foam coming out or what happened, so that I can report back. Oh man, when I got close there was a massive traffic jam. Now, you know the fountain circle, there's about 5 different roads coming into that traffic circle. It's a big one. Overnight, that soap reached the big jets of the fountains. It generated some foam. The foam was all over the pond, into the road. There's cars that actually drove. There's foam in the road, and there's a massive traffic jam. And I drove by and went back to the unit. And then in the evening news, they thought it was the students from the Tux University, Turkish University students who did that as a initiation or something, or prank. So, and that was on the news. So until today, I still stick to that story. It was not us, it was those students.